I'll get straight to the point. So I have a friend whose dad is in the hospital recovering from COVID-19. The condition, because of the virus, has left him unable to really feasibly work anymore to provide for himself and his family. Due to a situation involving a wrongful discharge 20 years ago, he would now have to work until his 90s to have a retirement package. So I linked a GoFundMe down below. I don't want to waste any more time on that. If you can, donate. Before I even give my thoughts on this, I'd rather go through his story beforehand. Hi, I'm Malcolm Ray, starving artist, actor from the southwest suburbs of Chicago. After much deliberation and now having exhausted all alternatives, I'm creating this fundraiser for my 72-year-old dad, Leonard, to help him and my mom out of the crisis that has afflicted them. Leonard contracted COVID-19 in the line of duty as a first responder. Not made aware of the contagion in the prison, he then passed it to my mom. My dad was given hydroxychloroquine, then suffered a heart attack that required a triple bypass surgery. His condition dictates that he needs to retire immediately, but due to his uncompensated wrongful discharge from his job of 40 years at the penitentiary, where he contracted COVID-19, his retirement's been botched and now owes 238 months of work before he can access the much-needed retirement. This would have him retiring at 92. My parents have given their entire lives working hard and serving others in and outside the church, giving to the less fortunate, donating and driving charities. Leonard would even carry some cash to give to the homeless, even when visiting to care for his parents with dementia in their precarious neighborhood, a 90-mile journey every visit, all while raising 3 children and 4 foster children. With bills stacking, he is trapped, the situation having worsened. He is currently scheduled for 3 surgeries, his job now denying him any further family medical leave. After a lifetime of sacrifice, should he continue working in his condition, we fear we will lose him, all due to a flawed and cruel retirement system. In 2020, Leonard's encounter with COVID-19 was at his state job at the penitentiary. He'd be working with isolated inmates who had the virus. This was not communicated to him by his employer at the time, nor was he provided any social distancing supplies and equipment to work with these contagious inmates. After he and my mother tested positive for COVID and suffered its symptoms, becoming pale and weak, Leonard was hospitalized. It turned out he had contracted pneumonia due to the COVID. He was monitored, then prescribed and administered hydroxychloroquine at the recommendation of the doctors. Leonard has always led a healthy lifestyle, exercising daily, never having encountered heart issues. Within 2 weeks after taking the medicine, he had a heart attack and was hospitalized a second time. The back of his heart inert, he required an immediate triple bypass heart surgery. After spending weeks in rehabilitation therapy, Leonard has taken a crippling blow to his dexterity and stamina. His heart weakened, the back of it still inert. At 72 years of age, working has become much less viable for either of my elderly parents, who also have chronic pain and conditions. Leonard needs to retire from this hazardous work environment, especially considering the negligence of its staff. But he's trapped. Having led a life as a provider, raising a family he always sought to provide, with his retirement botched because of his employer, he has no option but to return to work and handling his bills. His botched retirement starts with his state job at the penitentiary. He's worked there. He was once wrongfully discharged, then denied unemployment during those months in 2000. Additionally, after being rehired, he was not compensated for the wrongful discharge and his retirement was reset. After investing 19 years into his retirement, it was now gone. In order to get his retirement, he now has to work back 238 months with interest. He owes $105,000 to his retirement. This is truly my last resort. I've never felt the need to do something like this until now, and I hope I never need to do something like this again. I need to help make a way out for my parents, and I'm eternally grateful for any help anyone can offer. All my best, Malcolm. So I worked with seniors, helping them get into and out of insurance and investment plans. I've seen what these situations can do to families. People's well-being should not be determined by how generous the the dwindling well-off population feels that day, or if a billionaire has yet to reach their tax write-off quota. After my work in the field for over a year, I gained a real appreciation for the planning that my parents had over the years. And then sometime after, I gained a good understanding of the luck and privilege that brought them into that position and those that came before them. We live in a capitalist society, and though money doesn't buy happiness, it buys peace of mind. So I encourage anyone who can help out in this situation, at least, please do so. I know I don't have the reach. I don't have that great of a reach at all. That's fine, whatever. I don't care about the video making its rounds as much as I do about the GoFundMe page. So if you can help out, thank you. If you can't, won't, then at least I think this person's story is important to share and hear, since it can apply to any one of us, anywhere, at any time.